Welcome to the Deep Dive. Ready for a whirlwind tour? We're diving into the global fashion e-commerce scene.
And let me tell you, it is a fascinating world out there.
It is. It's dynamic. It's more global than ever. And wow, you've given us a stack of reports to break down.
Yeah.
We're talking the biggest players, the hottest trends, the brands you need to know about.
Absolutely. And the reports actually focus on 12 key countries.
Oh, wow.
Across the globe, each with its own unique flavor.
Okay.
Driven by everything from social media trends to economic realities.
Well, let's start with a place that might surprise some people.
Okay.
The UAE.
All right.
You might not think of it as a fashion capital right off the bat.
Right.
But get ready to be amazed.
It's true. While the UAE is known for its stunning architecture, the luxurious lifestyle, its e-commerce market is booming. High internet penetration and a young, tech-savvy population have really made it a hotbed for online fashion.
So who are the key players in this desert fashion oasis?
Well, one of the biggest names is Namshi.
Okay.
After being acquired by Noon, they've managed to maintain a really strong presence with over 2 million active users and over $150 million in annual revenue.
Wow.
Their focus on international brands, combined with a pretty impressive 3.5% conversion rate, has clearly resonated with consumers.
3.5%? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It seems they've nailed the formula
It seems so.
for attracting and converting these online shoppers. But what about homegrown talent?
Yeah.
Are local brands managing to stand out amidst these international giants?
Absolutely. Max Fashion is a prime example of a UAE-based success story.
Okay.
As the largest value fashion brand in the region, they've clearly tapped into the demand for affordable yet stylish clothing.
Makes sense.
And their 2.3 million website visits in just 1 month, January 2025, speaks volumes.
That's a lot of traffic, wow. Seems like they've struck a chord with shoppers. Now, for our listeners who love a good deal, who are the major players in the off-price retail space?
Well, Brands for Less is a name you need to know.
Okay.
They've cultivated a loyal customer base of 1.3 million shoppers by offering a wide selection of discounted fashion.
Wow.
And their strong mobile presence, we're talking over 3 million app downloads, also indicates they're savvy in adapting to consumer preferences.
So we've got the big international names, the local heroes, and the discount darlings. What about those brands on the rise, the ones to watch for the future?
Yeah, there are a few names generating a lot of buzz.
Okay.
Odd Muse, for instance, is a London-born brand gaining traction for its high-quality fabrics and elegant silhouettes. Another one to watch is Chic L'Afrique, a UAE-based boutique offering trendy and breezy linen sets, maxi dresses, and caftans, perfect for the region's climate.
Chic L'Afrique, oh, the name itself conjures up images.
I know, right?
Of just effortless summer style.
Yes.
What else is catching your eye?
Whoa, Polly. A fast fashion brand with a dedicated UAE website is certainly making waves.
Okay.
Then there's Le Couture, a Dubai-born brand focused on high-quality athleisure wear, tapping into the growing health and wellness trend.
Makes sense.
And, of course, Club El London, a premium women's wear brand, also with a dedicated UAE website.
It seems the UAE offers a diverse mix of brands catering to a variety of tastes and budgets.
It does.
Now, let's hop across the globe to another fashion-forward nation.
All right.
The UK.
Okay.
What's the e-commerce scene looking like there?
Unsurprisingly, the UK is a major player in the global e-commerce market, and their online fashion scene is thriving, a blend of established giants and exciting newcomers.
So who are the big names dominating the UK market?
Well, ASOS is a name synonymous with online fashion in the UK.
Yeah, Philly.
They initially focused on celebrity-inspired clothing, but have since evolved into a multi-brand platform, generating a staggering £1.15 billion in online revenue in 2023.
£1 billion. That's very impressive.
It is.
Who else is giving them a run for their money?
Well, Boohoo is another major player targeting a younger demographic, those aged 16 to 30, with their trendy and affordable fashion.
Right.
Their revenue of £915.1 million in 2025 demonstrates their appeal to that fast fashion-loving generation.
I see. So we've got the trendy and affordable options covered.
Yeah.
What about shoppers seeking a more classic aesthetic?
Well, next, a heritage brand with a really strong online presence continues to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Their impressive market cap of $13.3 billion and nearly 29 million monthly website visits underscore their ability to stay relevant in the digital age.
I love how Next has managed to bridge the gap between traditional retail and online shopping.
Mm.
But beyond individual brands, what about the trends shaping the UK fashion e-commerce scene?
One word: sustainability.
That's great.
Consumers in the UK are increasingly conscious of the environmental and ethical impact of their fashion choices. This is driving a surge in demand for brands that prioritize sustainable practices.
Fantastic. It's great to see consumers driving positive change in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, who are the up-and-coming UK brands leading the charge in sustainability?
Gymshark, a fitness apparel brand, is one to watch.
Oh,
They've incorporated recycled materials into their products and are committed to ethical manufacturing practices.
it's great to see brands thinking holistically about their impact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are there any others making waves in the UK market?
Definitely. OnBuy, a UK-based online marketplace, is challenging Amazon's dominance
Right.
with its ethical and transparent approach, emphasizing fair pricing and worker treatment.
Mm.
Laced, a sneaker and streetwear marketplace, is also gaining traction by focusing on limited edition and exclusive footwear, catering to that ever-growing sneakerhead culture.
So it seems like the UK is all about unique finds and ethical choices.
Yes.
What other emerging brands are making a splash?
Well, Club L London, the brand we saw making waves in the UAE, is also proving popular in the UK. And then there's Seasons, a brand new luxury e-commerce site launched by a retail giant. Next.
Well, so they're going in a whole other direction there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Demonstrating their commitment to diversifying their offerings and tapping into that luxury market.
It's clear the UK is a hub for innovation in the fashion e-commerce world.
Yeah.
And speaking of innovation, let's head across the Atlantic to the e-commerce behemoth itself,
Right.
the USA.
Let's go.
The USA, a global powerhouse in fashion, is also a leader in the online space.
Mm-hmm. It's a dynamic market driven by convenience, value, and a vast array of choices.
So who are the major players shaping the American fashion e-commerce scene?
You can't talk about U.S. e-commerce without mentioning Walmart.
Of course.
They've leveraged their massive scale to make significant inroads in the online fashion market, generating $11 billion in online fashion sales in 2023.
That's Walmart for you. Always going big.
Yeah.
But what about the undisputed king of online retail, Amazon?
Amazon is a force of nature, capturing a staggering 37.6% of the U.S. e-commerce market share.
Wow.
Their dominance is fueled by their vast selection, competitive prices, and convenient shipping options.
It's true. You can get pretty much anything on Amazon.
You can.
But besides these giants, what else is happening in the U.S. e-commerce landscape?
Well, SHEIN, the fast fashion phenomenon, is undeniably a major player.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, their trendy and incredibly affordable clothing has attracted a massive following,
Wow.
leading to an impressive $8.1 billion in online sales in 2023.
SHEIN's success has been remarkable.
It has.
But I'm also curious about the fresh faces, the brands that are shaking things up and bringing something new to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Any standouts in the U.S. market?
Absolutely. Tecovas, a brand offering handmade Western boots and accessories for men and women, is one to watch.
Okay, interesting.
They have tapped into a niche market and are gaining traction with their commitment to quality and craftsmanship.
Those are some cool and practical choices.
Mm-hmm.
What other brands are catching your eye?
Vestiaire Collective, a marketplace for pre-owned luxury fashion items, is another interesting player.
Okay.
They're tapping into the growing trend of circular fashion,
Makes sense.
appealing to consumers who are environmentally conscious and seek unique high-end pieces at a lower price point.
I love the concept of giving luxury fashion a second life.
Yeah.
Are there any other notable brands making their mark on the U.S. market?
Vori, a premium performance apparel brand, is definitely one to watch.
Okay.
They've combined style and functionality, catering to the growing demand for athletic wear that can transition seamlessly from the gym to everyday life.
So it's about that effortless California cool vibe.
Yes.
What else have you got?
Lastly, we have Follow, a company offering high-tech products that assist in wildlife tracking.
Oh, wow. That's a little different.
It is. It's a unique blend of fashion and conservation, showcasing how brands can use their platform to raise awareness and support important causes.
Wow. That's unexpected, but truly inspiring.
Mm.
So we've covered the UAE, the UK, and the USA, each with its own vibrant fashion e-commerce scene.
Yeah.
Now let's take a quick trip around the world and see what's happening in some other key regions.
Sounds like a plan. First stop, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, or KSA.
All right.
The e-commerce market there is experiencing explosive growth fueled by a young population and an incredibly active social media landscape.
Oh, that makes sense, given the strong social media culture in the region.
Yeah.
Who are the major players making their mark in the KSA?
Some familiar names are making their presence felt. Namshi, SHEIN, and Max Fashion are all tapping into this rapidly growing market.
Okay.
But what's particularly interesting is the emergence of brands with a strong Saudi identity, drawing inspiration from local culture and heritage.
I always love discovering brands that celebrate their heritage and offer a unique perspective. Tell me more about these emerging Saudi brands.
Well, there's Yatagan Jewelry, which takes inspiration from Saudi Arabia's traditional craft techniques and iconic imagery,
Oh, yeah.
offering a contemporary take on traditional aesthetics.
I like that.
Then there's APOA, a brand influenced by the country's diverse landscapes and architectural styles, incorporating geometric patterns and natural textures into their designs.
Oh, good.
And lastly, there's Abadia, another brand that infuses distinctive Saudi iconography into its clothing and accessories, creating a modern yet culturally rooted aesthetic.
It seems like there's a real sense of pride and cultural expression woven into these brands.
There is.
Now, let's move on to the next destination on our global tour.
Let's head south to Brazil, the largest e-commerce market in Latin America.
Okay.
With a massive population and increasing internet penetration, the potential for growth is immense.
That's exciting, but are there any challenges fashion e-commerce companies face in navigating the Brazilian market?
Definitely, high logistics costs pose a significant hurdle, as does the incredibly diverse consumer base with varying preferences and purchasing power.
That makes sense.
Companies need to be strategic and adaptable to succeed in this complex landscape.
So who are the key players navigating this dynamic and challenging market?
SHEIN, the global fast fashion giant, has established a strong presence in Brazil,
Correct.
generating $2,075.2 million in revenue in 2023 and boasting 22 million users.
It seems SHEIN's success is truly global. Who else is competing for a slice of the Brazilian e-commerce pie?
Magazine Luiza, one of the largest retail companies in Brazil, is another major player.
Yeah.
They've successfully transitioned to the online space and offer a wide variety of products, including those from international brands. They're $540.2 million in revenue in 2023, and 34 million users highlight their strong market position.
It's clear the competition is fierce in Brazil, with both global giants and local powerhouses vying for market share.
Yes.
But what about the up-and-comers? Are there any Brazilian brands shaking things up and bringing something new to the table?
Absolutely. Brands.ho, the largest fashion ecosystem in Brazil, is making waves with its focus on the digital future of B2B fashion,
Oh, interesting.
connecting brands, retailers, and suppliers in a seamless online platform.
Hmm.
Then there's Shafa Brazil, an online store offering a curated selection of stylish and elegant women's clothing, shoes, and accessories.
Okay.
They're focused on empowering women through fashion, promoting confidence and self-expression through their carefully chosen pieces.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so much more than just selling clothes. It's about empowering women and helping them feel their best.
What other exciting Brazilian brands are on your radar?
Well, there's One Lady, a platform that connects women-founded brands with global shoppers,
Cool.
fostering a sense of community and shared values.
I love that.
They're all about showcasing the creativity and talent of female entrepreneurs in the fashion industry.
That's fantastic.
And then there's XR Studio, a Brazilian startup revolutionizing fashion retail through immersive and interactive shopping experiences.
Oh, wow. Tell me more about that.
Think virtual try-ons, personalized styling sessions, and even virtual fashion shows.
That sounds incredible, almost futuristic.
It is. They're pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the online fashion world.
It seems like the future of fashion is being shaped right now in Brazil.
In many ways, it is.
What other innovative brands are contributing to this exciting evolution?
Finally, we have Temu, a cross-border e-commerce platform launched by PDD Holdings, the parent company of Pinduoduo.
Okay.
They're known for their unbelievably low prices and focus on bringing Chinese-made goods to a global audience, showcasing how globalization is impacting the fashion industry.
It's fascinating to see how connected the global fashion e-commerce market has become. Trends and brands are transcending borders and influencing consumer preferences worldwide.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's continue our journey and head to our next destination.
Let's move on to Mexico, a country with the second largest e-commerce market in Latin America and a strong mobile commerce presence.
Oh, wow.
Smartphones are a way of life there, and this is reflected in the way Mexicans shop for fashion online.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So who are the key players dominating the Mexican fashion e-commerce landscape?
Liverpool, the largest chain of department stores in Mexico, is a major force.
Okay.
With a history dating back to 1847, they've established a strong brand presence and successfully transitioned to the online space.
Wow, a true retail dynasty.
Mm-hmm. They offer a wide variety of products and generated $544 million in revenue in 2023, reflecting their enduring appeal.
Who else is vying for the attention of Mexican shoppers?
SHEIN, unsurprisingly, is also a major player in Mexico, generating $405.8 million in revenue in 2023. Their fast fashion model, offering trendy clothing at affordable prices, has clearly resonated with Mexican consumers.
Makes sense.
And then we have Couple, another Mexican department store chain with a strong online presence. They generated $329.5 million in revenue in 2023, indicating their success in adapting to the digital marketplace.
So it's a mix of familiar faces and local favorites competing for market share.
Yes.
But what about the up-and-comers? Are there any brands standing out from the crowd in Mexico?
A few European brands are making a splash in the Mexican market.
Oh, interesting. Which ones?
Maj, a French contemporary fashion brand known for its feminine and sophisticated styles, is attracting a following among those seeking a more refined aesthetic.
That sounds chic.
Mm-hmm.
What other brands are piquing your interest?
Alo Yoga, a luxury athleisure brand known for its high quality and stylish activewear, is making inroads in Mexico.
Makes sense. Alo Yoga seems to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, and for good reason.
Yeah.
Their focus on both style and functionality aligns with the evolving lifestyle preferences of Mexican consumers.
What other brands are making a mark in Mexico?
All Saints, a British fashion brand with an edgy and contemporary aesthetic, is attracting attention for its unique designs and quality craftsmanship.
Cool.
And lastly, we have Zadig and Voltaire, a French luxury fashion brand with a rock-inspired and bohemian vibe, offering a more rebellious and free-spirited take on fashion.
It's incredible to see such a diverse mix of brands finding success in Mexico, catering to a wide range of tastes and preferences.
It is.
Okay, let's continue our whirlwind world tour and head south to Argentina.
All right.
What's a fashion e-commerce landscape like in this South American nation?
Argentina has a growing e-commerce market with a fashion scene shaped by government regulations and economic conditions.
Okay.
It's a market that requires careful navigation, but the opportunities are certainly there.
So who are the key players making waves in Argentina's evolving fashion e-commerce landscape?
Adidas, a global sportswear giant, is a dominant force in Argentina.
Makes sense. Adidas is practically a household name worldwide.
Yeah, generating $170.8 million in revenue in 2023.
What other companies are vying for a share of the Argentinian market?
Mercado Libre, the largest e-commerce platform in all of Latin America, is another major player, generating $108.1 million in revenue in 2023. They offer a wide range of products from fashion to electronics, making them a one-stop shop for Argentinian consumers.
I see. And then we have?
Digital Sport,
Okay.
a company that pulled in $59.3 million in revenue in 2023, specializing in sportswear and athletic apparel.
So it seems Argentina is a mix of global brands and regional powerhouses.
Yeah.
But what about the up-and-comers? Are there any Argentinian brands making a name for themselves in the fashion e-commerce world?
Absolutely. Gaucho Buenos Aires, a luxury fashion and lifestyle brand inspired by Argentina's cowboy culture, is definitely one to watch.
Oh, I love that.
They offer high-quality leather goods, rugged designs, and a touch of that gaucho spirit,
That's so cool.
appealing to those who appreciate craftsmanship and heritage.
I love how they've taken inspiration from their local culture and translated it into a unique and stylish brand. It's clear that Argentina, despite its economic challenges, has a vibrant fashion scene with a lot of potential.
It does.
Now let's continue our global journey.
Let's fly over to Singapore, a mature e-commerce market with a focus on mobile optimization and personalized shopping experiences.
So cutting-edge technology and a focus on the individual shopper sounds very Singaporean.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a tech-savvy nation, and this is reflected in the way they approach online shopping.
Who are the major players in this tech-driven market?
Well, SHEIN, the fast fashion behemoth, is a dominant force in Singapore as well.
Wow, they're really everywhere.
They are, generating $82.5 million in revenue in 2023 and attracting nearly 900,000 monthly website visits. And then there's Nike, another global brand with a strong presence in Singapore, bringing in $62.9 million in revenue in 2023.
So the global giants are certainly making their mark in Singapore. But what about homegrown brands? Are local companies managing to stand out amidst the international competition?
Love Bonito is a true Singaporean success story.
Okay.
This fashion brand creates stylish and affordable clothing for women, generating $36.4 million in revenue in 2023.
That's fantastic. It's always inspiring to see local brands thriving in a competitive global market. Are there any other Singaporean brands making waves in the fashion e-commerce world?
Charles & Keith is another Singaporean brand worth mentioning.
Okay.
They offer stylish and affordable footwear and accessories, and were actually the first Singaporean fashion brand to launch an e-commerce website back in 2004.
Oh, wow.
They continue to be a major player in the market, receiving over 392,000 monthly website visits, demonstrating their ability to stay relevant and adapt to the evolving digital landscape.
It's amazing to see how Charles & Keith has managed to stay ahead of the curve and maintain its popularity over the years. Now, for our final stop on this global fashion adventure, let's head to China, a true e-commerce giant.
It really is. China is in a league of its own. As the largest e-commerce market in the world, it's a force to be reckoned with.
So who are the major players navigating this vast and ever-changing landscape?
Well, we're talking about companies that may not be as familiar to those outside of Asia, but their influence is undeniable.
All right.
First up, there's JD.com, one of the two massive B2C online retailers in China by transaction volume and revenue.
Wow.
They're a Fortune Global 500 company and a major competitor to Alibaba-run Tmall, generating a staggering $31,118.8 million in revenue in 2023.
Whoa, that's a mind-blowing amount of revenue.
It is.
What other companies are operating at that level?
Vipshop, a leading online discount retailer for brands in China, is another major player, offering high-quality and authentic branded products to consumers throughout China at a significant discount to retail prices.
So discount luxury, interesting.
Appealing to bargain hunters who still crave luxury.
That makes sense.
They generated $10,817.2 million in revenue in 2023, demonstrating the strong demand for discounted designer goods.
Are there any other major players we should be aware of in the Chinese market?
YHD.com, a Chinese business-to-consumer online retailer headquartered in Shanghai, is another significant player.
Okay.
They were acquired by Walmart in 2015 and later integrated into JD.com's platform.
Wow.
Demonstrating the complex web of acquisitions and partnerships in the Chinese e-commerce landscape.
Yeah, definitely complex.
They generated $2,318.9 million in revenue in 2023, showcasing their continued relevance even after being absorbed into a larger entity.
It's clear that the Chinese e-commerce market is a complex and competitive arena. But beyond these established giants, I'm curious about the rising stars, the up-and-coming brands that are shaping the future of Chinese fashion.
Yeah, China has a wealth of emerging talent. Brands that are pushing boundaries and redefining Chinese style.
Tell me more.
Well, Shanghai Tang, a luxury fashion brand known for its sophisticated and modern designs with Chinese influences, is one to watch.
Oh, I love how they've managed to create a unique brand identity that's both modern and rooted in tradition. What other up-and-coming Chinese brands are capturing your attention?
Bone Sighting, a brand specializing in high-quality down jackets and coats, is another one to watch.
Okay.
They're known for their innovative designs and commitment to quality, making them a popular choice for those seeking both style and practicality during China's chilly winters.
Practical and stylish, that's a winning combination.
It is.
Especially in a climate with such drastic temperature changes.
Yes.
What other emerging brands are making a mark in the Chinese fashion scene?
Septwolves, a brand known for its flexible and light designs with natural cuts and patterns, is gaining traction for its comfortable and effortless style.
Interesting.
They've embraced a more relaxed aesthetic, appealing to those who prioritize comfort and ease of movement.
So it seems like they've tapped into the growing trend of athleisure and comfortable clothing.
They have.
What other brands are catching your eye?
Gujin, a brand with a focus on unique artisanal pieces with traditional Chinese influences, is also making waves.
Oh, nice.
Their commitment to craftsmanship and traditional techniques has resonated with those seeking something truly special and unique.
So it's a blend of tradition and modernity, showcasing the rich heritage of Chinese craftsmanship.
It is.
What other innovative brands are contributing to the evolution of Chinese fashion?
Lining, a brand that started as sportswear, has gained international acclaim for its innovative designs and collaborations with renowned designers.
It's impressive how Lining has managed to reinvent itself and become a major player in the fashion world.
It is.
What other Chinese brands are on your radar?
And of course, we can't forget about SHEIN.
Of course not.
While they've gained global recognition, they originated in China and are still a major player in their domestic market.
Right.
Their success story is a testament to the power of e-commerce and the ability to connect with consumers worldwide.
Shein's meteoric rise is truly remarkable.
It is.
Are there any other emerging platforms or brands shaping the Chinese e-commerce landscape?
Kuaishou, a newly emerged e-commerce platform, is rapidly gaining popularity.
Okay.
They're leveraging the power of live streaming and short-form video content to connect with consumers.
So really tapping into that social media aspect.
Tapping into the growing trend of social commerce and entertainment-driven shopping experiences.
It's fascinating to see how China is at the forefront of innovation in the e-commerce world, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It truly is. The Chinese market is a hotbed of creativity and entrepreneurial spirit, and it's exciting to see how these new players are shaping the future of fashion and retail.
Well, we've taken an incredible journey around the globe,
We have.
exploring the dynamic and ever-evolving world of fashion e-commerce. From the luxury boutiques of the UAE to the bustling online marketplaces of China, it's clear that fashion is a global language, connecting consumers and brands across borders.
It is.
You were saying that social commerce is becoming increasingly popular with younger shoppers?
Yeah, especially those who are already spending a significant amount of time on these platforms.
Right. Why do you think that is? What's driving this shift towards social commerce?
Well, I think for one thing, it's incredibly convenient. You can browse and buy products without ever leaving the app you're already using. It's a seamless and integrated shopping experience.
That makes sense. No one wants to be juggling a million different apps.
Exactly.
It's all about streamlining the experience.
Exactly. And another reason is that social commerce is very visual. It's all about seeing products in action, whether it's on a model, an influencer, or even a regular person. It feels more authentic and relatable.
So it's like a more interactive and engaging way to shop. You're not just looking at static product images. You're seeing how real people are styling and using those products.
Precisely. And it's also very social. You can see what your friends are buying, share your own wish lists, and get recommendations from people you trust. It taps into that desire for connection and community.
That's a good point. Word of mouth is still one of the most powerful forms of marketing, and social commerce takes that to a whole new level.
It definitely does. It's about leveraging the power of social networks and turning those networks into sales channels.
So are there any specific brands that you think are doing a great job with social commerce brands that are really capitalizing on this trend and using it effectively?
Oh, there are tons, but a few that stand out to me are Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing, and Gymshark. They've all built massive followings on social media and have seamlessly integrated shopping into their social media strategies.
Oh, yeah. Those brands are all over my Instagram and TikTok feeds. They're constantly popping up. And they definitely know how to create a visually appealing and engaging online presence.
Exactly, and they're all using social commerce in slightly different ways. Fashion Nova, for instance, is known for its influencer marketing campaigns. They partner with celebrities and influencers to promote their products and drive sales.
Right. It's all about creating that aspirational lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right. Making you feel like you need their products to be part of that cool, exclusive world.
Absolutely. They're masters at creating that desire and then making it easy for you to satisfy that desire with a simple click.
And it works. I'm guilty of buying things I've seen on Instagram, especially when it's from a brand I already follow and trust.
Me too. It's hard to resist, especially when it's so seamless and convenient.
Okay, so social commerce is one trend that's really shaking things up. What else is happening in the world of fashion e-commerce? What other trends are you seeing that are shaping the industry?
Another trend that's really interesting is the rise of resale platforms for buying and selling secondhand clothes. Platforms like thetop, Poshmark, and Depop are becoming increasingly popular, especially among Gen Z and millennial shoppers.
I've definitely noticed that it seems like everyone is talking about buying and selling pre-loved fashion. Why do you think that is what's driving this shift towards resale?
Well, there are a few reasons. First of all, it's more sustainable to buy secondhand clothes. You're giving clothes a second life instead of contributing to the fast fashion cycle, which is known for its environmental and ethical issues.
That's a good point. I'm trying to be more conscious of my fashion choices, and the impact they have on the planet resale seems like a great way to shop more sustainably without sacrificing style.
Exactly, and resale platforms make it easy to do that. They offer a wide selection of pre-loved clothing and accessories, often at significantly lower prices than buying new.
Totally. And beyond the sustainability factor, there's also the appeal of finding unique pieces that you wouldn't necessarily find in traditional retail stores.
Absolutely. Resale platforms are like treasure troves for vintage finds, designer pieces, and one-of-a-kind items. It's a great way to express your individual style and find pieces that truly reflect your personality.
Right. It's like a curated version of thrifting where you can find high-quality pieces without having to sift through racks and racks of clothing.
Exactly. And that appeals to a lot of people, especially those who are looking for something different from what they can find in fast fashion stores.
So it's a win-win. You're being sustainable, you're saving money, and you're finding unique and stylish pieces that express your individual style.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, so we've talked about social commerce and resale platforms.
Yeah.
Any other trends that you're seeing in the fashion e-commerce space trends that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible?
One more that I think is worth mentioning is the rise of augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, in fashion e-commerce. These technologies are still in their early stages, but they have the potential to revolutionize the way we shop for clothes online.
Oh, wow, that's next level, AR and VR.
Yeah.
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. How are these technologies being used in the fashion world?
Well, some brands are using AR to create virtual try-on experiences that are even more realistic and immersive than the AI-powered tools we talked about earlier.
So instead of just seeing how a garment might drape on a virtual model,
Yeah.
you can actually see how it would fit on your own body, right?
Exactly. You can use your smartphone or tablet to create a 3D avatar of yourself and then try on different garments virtually, seeing how they fit, drape, and move on your unique body shape.
That's incredible. It sounds like it could be a game changer for online shopping, especially for those who are hesitant to buy clothes online because of fit and sizing concerns.
It definitely could, and some brands are even using VR to create immersive shopping experiences that go beyond the traditional e-commerce website.
What do you mean by immersive shopping experiences?
Well, imagine putting on a VR headset and stepping into a virtual store. You can walk around, browse racks of clothing, interact with virtual sales assistants, and even try on clothes in a virtual fitting room.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It sounds like a futuristic version of shopping where the physical and digital worlds blend seamlessly.
It is, and while these technologies are still relatively new and expensive, they're becoming more accessible and affordable.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot more brands experimenting with AR and VR in the coming years.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities. It seems like the future of fashion e-commerce is going to be increasingly immersive and interactive.
It definitely is. The lines between the physical and digital worlds are blurring, and brands that can create engaging and innovative experiences that bridge that gap are going to be the ones that thrive in the future.
So what you're saying is that the fashion e-commerce landscape is constantly evolving and that brands need to be adaptable, innovative, and willing to experiment with new technologies to stay ahead of the curve.
Precisely, the fashion industry has always been about pushing boundaries and embracing new ideas, and that's especially true in the digital age. Brands that are willing to take risks and try new things are the ones that will capture the attention of consumers and drive the industry forward.
It's incredible how fashion e-commerce has evolved from like simple online stores to these immersive, interactive experiences we're
Yeah.
seeing now with AR and VR.
It's pretty amazing.
It makes you wonder what's next.
Right.
What other groundbreaking innovations are on the horizon?
Well, it's hard to say for sure,
Yeah.
but I think we'll see a continued blurring of the lines between the physical and digital worlds.
Okay.
We might see virtual fashion shows becoming more commonplace, where you can experience the runway from the comfort of your own home,
Oh, wow.
or even personalized virtual stylists powered by AI who can help you create the perfect outfit for any occasion.
Personalized virtual stylist, that would be amazing.
Right.
It's like having a fashion expert on call, like 24/7.
Yeah, exactly.
What other possibilities are you excited about?
Well, I think sustainability will continue to be a major driving force in the industry.
Okay.
We might see more brands embracing circular fashion models where clothes are designed to be recycled or repurposed, or even 3D printing becoming more widespread, allowing for on-demand manufacturing and reduced waste.
Those are some really exciting possibilities.
Yes. Yeah.
It seems like the future of fashion is not only about embracing new technologies, but also about rethinking the way we produce and consume clothing.
Absolutely. It's about finding ways to make the industry more sustainable and ethical while still providing consumers with the style and quality they demand.
Well, this has been an incredible journey through the world of fashion e-commerce.
It has.
We've covered so much ground, from the biggest players to the smallest startups, from established trends to emerging technologies.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a whole new understanding of the forces shaping this dynamic and exciting industry.
It's been a pleasure exploring this landscape with you.
Likewise.
It's clear that fashion e-commerce is constantly evolving, and it's going to be fascinating to see what the future holds.
And speaking of the future, I want to thank our sponsor, CloudFit.ai, for supporting this deep dive.
Yes.
Remember, they're using AI to boost user engagement and increase client revenue in the fashion e-commerce space. If you're interested in learning more about how AI can transform your business, check them out.
Definitely worth a look. They're doing some really innovative work.
And to all our listeners, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of fashion e-commerce, be sure to share it with a friend who'd love smarter fashion tech.
Yes.
And don't forget to subscribe to The Deep Dive for more fascinating explorations of the trends shaping our world.
Absolutely.
We'll be back soon with another episode.
Until then, stay curious and stay stylish.
See you next time.